Hey everyone, Andrea here with Great Expectations Realty. I'm in my swivel chair. I'm kind of enjoying it over here. No, it's actually Monday, so that means it's the Monday market update and basically just what's going on in Ocala and surrounding areas. Everybody keeps saying Ocala Metro. Like all of a sudden it's Ocala Metro. I didn't realize we were a metro, but apparently we've been like that for decades. So apparently we're a metro. I don't know. I think we've probably got more non-metro residents like cows and horses than we do actual metro residents, but I don't know. Kevin Sheila will probably get mad at me if I say that, so we'll leave it alone. All right, so today we are going to talk about stuff going on in downtown Ocala because there is so much that is growing down there. It is incredible. We are, of course, getting the mellow mushroom, which I'm a huge fan of pizza. I mean, look at me. I mean, seriously, love pizza. It's actually my favorite food, has always been my favorite food. Just, I could literally eat it every day because there's like a bazillion different ways to eat pizza. All right. So we're getting a mellow mushroom, which is awesome. That was in the, the old Goldman building. And apparently like around the 1800s, early 1910, I think, two buildings from then, at some point, they both combined the two buildings and it became one building. More than 100 years later, they actually sold the building, and the Mellow Mushroom is going to create a restaurant in it. But apparently the buildings were basically crumbling around them. So that when they went to go to remodel it, it basically just, yeah, they were like, there's no saving this. As much fun as that sounds, no, there's no coming back for this. This isn't even safe. So that building came down and they went ahead and are building this really nice, building in its place. It looks really classy, which I was really glad because I was kind of worried we were going to get like some big purple psychedelic mushroom. If you guys have ever been to the Mellow Mushroom pizza place, they have some really interesting artwork inside, very psychedelic and, just kind of craziness. So I was like, oh, please don't put a big, massive purple mushroom on the square right by the movie theater and everything. Oh, that would be so bad. So no, they didn't. It's actually really classy looking. It looks really nice. And what's really cool is they're actually going to be doing a new restaurant on top of that. So the Mellow Mushroom will be down below, and then they're doing like a rooftop bar and restaurant above that. So we're actually getting two for the price of one, which is amazing. I love it. They really do need to have more lunch places down there. I was actually walking around checking out some of the different places you can go to eat, and it was lunchtime, and I was surprised by how many restaurants didn't even open until like 3 o'clock. So yeah, I was like at 2:53. I walked into the lodge because I've been wanting to go to the lodge, and they were like, oh no, we don't open till 3. And I'm like, that's in like 7 minutes. And they're like, yeah, come back then. Really? I mean, I don't want to be a Karen and everything. The door was open. It's not like I, broke in or something, but I was like, yeah, okay. I didn't. I was just kind of annoyed. So I just was like, yeah, I'm going to go eat somewhere else. So I don't think that they're really suffering for business. Everybody goes to the lodge. Everybody goes all over the place down there. But there's also, oh my goodness, there's so much going on. There's this huge building that was the Bank of America building. And it's been closed for like forever. I thought it would be like the coolest place to put like an art gallery because it's like 2 stories inside and all open and, really beautiful building. No, we're actually getting a Mexican restaurant, a Tex-Mex. It's called the Cantina Tex-Mex restaurant and tequila bar. And that's going to be like right across the street from Harry's. So if you were coming out of Harry's, it's like right there, and then to the left is the square, or depending on how you're looking, like this would be the square, and then to the right would be the tequila bar. Anyway, I'm really excited about it because it's going to be like a huge place, huge restaurant, and I'm all about some tacos, not gonna lie. So I'm basically getting pizza and tacos downtown, and I couldn't be happier, quite frankly. So there's also the brick and mortar businesses downtown, but there's also these vendors during the farmers market, which has like this food truck park So, and some of these food trucks are really bougie, okay? Like really, it's like high-end gourmet food trucks, which sounds remote. So if you're wanting to do something for lunch, that would probably be the place to go because it's also going to be different vendors and stuff each time. But yeah, they've actually got a food truck park. So that's probably a good place for tacos too, now that I think about it. I'm getting hungry. But yeah, there's actually multiple food trucks available and it's daily and just this huge variety of food. So if you're like going downtown, you're not really sure where to eat, but you want to go down to the splash pad over in Citizen Square, any of that, you know, then just go over to the food trucks, have yourself a nice lunch. And then you can go and like, you know, check out a movie over at the Marion Theater, go over to the splash pad over at, over by the parking garage, go walk around downtown, do some shopping. It's just a really great place to hang out. It's really kind of cool. And of course I love Bank Street. Bank Street is so pretty. It's just, it's like this little oasis inside and it's just this really good food for a fair price, which I love that. Although last time I was there, they did not have the crab cakes and I was very disappointed because I really wanted my husband to try those. He lived in Maryland for years and years, so he loves the crab cakes. Okay, so outside of that, if you go down 200 all the way on the other side of the county, then there is a Cody's Roadhouse that is coming back to Ocala. We had one over here on 200 by my office and they closed that. It's still there. The building's still there. It hasn't been turned into anything else, but actually it's they're actually building a new one all the way. It's kind of down by On Top of the World on 200. That's where they're putting in a Cody's Roadhouse, which is cool. And then the Ruby Tuesday, which we lost during quarantine and COVID and all of that fun stuff, that has actually become some Storm and Crab restaurant, which is basically like a big crab boil kind of thing. So kind of cool. I was thinking I would go and try that out. There's like been a few seafood places that have opened that everybody's raving about. So I guess I'm going to go and have myself a crab boil. Maybe they've got some good crab cakes. So yeah, that's basically it. Now, summer fun, because of course the kids are out of school. Not that it's like really super exciting because we were, you know, struggling to keep them in the schools, but they're out for the summer and there are some cheap summer activities that they can do this summer with you and the family. Of course, we have so many outdoor activities to do. You can go kayaking and swimming over a Silver Springs River. You can you know, maybe see if there's some manatees or some monkeys or something like that down there. Or you can go over to Denellen and of course float down the river in a tube. I love that. I am definitely more of a tubing type person than a kayaking type person at this point. And as long as it's in reusable beverage containers, you can take beverages down there, which may or may not be water. So yeah. But another thing you can do is go to Shalom Park, which is free. We actually have a lot of parks and, you know, the greenways and all sorts of stuff. So if you want to do biking, rollerblading, walking, jogging, any of that stuff, like go for it. Just, you know, have a nice scenic route through there. You could also go to Don Garlett's Museum of Drag Racing. I don't know that I would necessarily bring younger kids because they wouldn't even have a clue what they're looking at. But those teenagers, oh my goodness, they would really love checking out all of the different kinds of cars over the years, but also that's like in the, you know, car museum portion, but also all of the drag racing. It's so cool, so cool. And I'm not like a huge car fanatic, but that place was really cool, really cool. Then, of course, you could also go to the petting zoo of Ocala, especially if you have those little ones. This place has like every animal you can think of, from lemurs to camels. So it's definitely a perfect place to take a family. And then you can go to Sky Zone. Sky Zone actually has some really good deals that you can get on like Groupon and stuff. Some of them are even like passes that you can get. So, you know, just take the kids every day, let them wear themselves out and take them home and be done. So might be a good option there for you. My kids definitely love Sky Zone. But yeah, I love the trampolines. I'm not gonna lie, I just absolutely love them. So, and then they've got like these big foam pits. But it always feels like those things are trying to take off my socks. Like you can't like stand and like try and fight your way out. You just kind of have to roll over the top. Might just be me. There's also rock climbing in there and stuff too. But yeah, there's also this place called Cactus Jack Trail Rides. And that is awesome if you want to see how into horses you're going to get, like, you know, dip your toes in the water kind of thing. But that's actually a really fun place. You can kind of really interact with the horses, go on some trail rides. I don't know, might be fun. Might be fun. And it's not that expensive. That also, I think that one actually has Groupons on it as well. So check on Groupon.com and see if there's, you know, something that looks like fun. And then, you know, who knows, you might actually just absolutely love it and want to do it all the time. So it's a great way to get started into something like that. And there you go. All right. What about date night? Now, I have to admit, my husband and I have been not so much going out to go on date night, but we've been dating. So we'll go on a walk in the evening, which it's mostly because I'm doing that 75 hard challenge. Oh, that's hard. Not even a little bit. It is really hard. So I've found out you got to do like 45 minutes outside, and I found out like where to, you know, and I've got hills like you wouldn't believe over by my house. So it's not like it's a gentle walk by any stretch. But it's really cool because my husband has been going with me, and we get the time to like talk and just, you know, spend time together or whatever. So I know it sounds really super corny, but just going on a walk as a date is awesome. And so we've been doing that almost nightly. It just depends because sometimes one of us has to work late. But another thing you can do is just go down to Downtown Square, try out some of those restaurants. Like I said, as long as it's after 3 p.m., you can go to the Lodge. You can go, there's like, I don't know, there's all sorts of places. There's Katya Vineyards. I had to write it all down. Harry's Seafood, Mark's Prime Steakhouse, which is amazing. There's Pie Restaurant and Bar, not Pie like P-I-E, but it's Pie, P-I. And from there you can walk around to so many of the different bars that are available up there. There's a billiards place. You can go to the Marion Theater as well. There's the Ivy House. And then there's also, like, if you just want to go and grab some coffee or have an espresso or cappuccino or something, there's Symmetry Cafe. And they're actually thinking about opening another location soon, which is cool. I think they want to have like 5 locations in Ocala, which is awesome. It's really nice when small businesses grow. That's nice. Ocala is just really big for that. And then there is a new place called Mutiny, which is kind of pirate themed, which is currently under construction next door to the Tipsy Skipper. I'm not entirely sure what the huge pirate theme is going on, but it's actually a lot of fun to go and hang out there. So yeah, that's some of the fun stuff that you can do in and around Ocala downtown. Have fun with the family, have fun on a date night with your spouse or significant other, and just enjoy Ocala. There are lots to talk about. There's a lot to talk about with real estate. It seems like we have capped out. I know I keep saying that, but it really is feeling like that because it's not like you just have to go toe to toe with people right now to get, get a contract on a house. And it seems like there's more available. It might just be in my imagination, I'm not sure, but I haven't had to submit 8 different offers to get something in. It's just 1, maybe 2. So a little bit back to normal as far as that goes. I haven't seen the prices come down significantly, but I haven't seen them increase either, which is awesome, because it was going up way too fast, way too high, and I was not having a good time. Like a little increase, of course, that's a nice healthy market, but when it's like, whew, yeah, the only way it can go like that is like coming back down, and that's painful for everybody. So it's nice to see a nice healthy market right now. Of course, we still need more houses, but they are being built. We're having over 400 permits pulled every month for a single family residential home. So that's really good news. We are getting those houses. New listings, we had 50 new listings hit the market in Marion County today within the last 24 hours. We had 59 pending. kind of the wrong direction, but not too horrible. It's not like it's 100 houses pending and 10 on the market. That's how it was there for a little bit. It was a little crazy. So 50 new listings, 59 went pending. We had 4 expireds, 51 sold. We had 18 price decreases, 25 price increases. And here's the interesting part. 24 houses are back on the market. So that one I think is the most interesting number out of that whole thing. What happened? Was it like inspections? Was it appraisals? Were sometimes you'll have like a cascade effect. Like if you have, let's say you have a buyer that's coming in from another state and they're selling their house up there and they're buying a house down here, they will do a contract that's contingent if they sell their house up there. Well, if the buyer up there doesn't perform or for some reason, can't buy the house up there, well, that kills the contract down here. And sometimes you actually have a triple effect, which is not fun and very scary, where you have that scenario going, but you also have the seller at this house who is contingent on another one. So when we have stuff like that going on, the realtors will, ask, like, as part of it, if you have a realtor that's doing this, the first thing they're going to say is, let me see the contract that's on the house, that you're putting contingencies on, because I want to make sure there's not like, 5 buyers back that this is all based on. So some of that might have been because, a house in another state didn't go through, and it's delayed reaction down here. Some of it might be appraisal. We are definitely struggling with appraisals right now, especially VA appraisals. They are coming in really super low. I mean, like super, super low. And it's gotten so bad that a lot of the sellers are not accepting VA because they know it's not going to appraise, and it has nothing to do with what the market is or the house is. It has to do with they are definitely having the reputation right now of not appraising. So I'm not really sure what that's all about. I do know on the VA appraisals that I've seen recently, it didn't go on, there was no active listings or pending listings on there. There was only sold listings, and the appraiser actually took stuff from a year ago. And I'm going, you can't use the prices from a year ago on houses now and not show like active and pending. So, stuff like that, you want to be able to like, that's not even complete. I would love to be able to sell the houses today from the prices a year ago when we were like a few days out of quarantine, but that's not possible. So, when you have stuff like that going on, sellers aren't going to want to accept a VA, and that the only one it's going to hurt is the veterans, because they're just wanting to purchase a home and they have no idea what's going on with that and the whole issues and stuff behind. So I'm not really sure how it can be fixed. I'm hoping once we get more into a stable market, that will rectify itself, I guess. But I would say that the people that are doing VA loans right now are the ones that are really getting hit hard. And, it's heartbreaking because, they buy a house at market and then they go to close on it, and they're told, no, you're going to have to come up with like $30,000 to $50,000, and they can't. So yeah, it's not good. It's really, really devastating. We've had, this month we've had $30,000, $50,000 under, a few months ago we had one appraised $100,000 under market, and it's like, are you kidding me? What in the world? So yeah, it's a little painful right now. But again, it just seems like it's been VA the most that's been doing that. And it's not the same appraisers. It's different appraisers. But they're all with that same, I don't know if it's something with their spreadsheet or what, but it seems like that's really, really not good, I would say. Definitely not good. You definitely don't want to pay too much for a home. You absolutely have to have an appraisal. It protects the bank. It protects everyone. But at the same time, if the information is a year out of date, and there's nothing on there about the current market to show what the current market is, that's not fair either, because the buyers will never be able to buy a house based off of last year's numbers. So yeah, I'm hoping they get it resolved. I wish there was something I could do, but I am like way down on the totem pole over here. So all I can do is relay the facts and, you know, say there is definitely an issue with this going on, and just hope it gets resolved. But yeah, that's definitely an issue right now. I would say if you are using that kind of loan or whatever, I would maybe look into additional options. So just in case, you can actually switch to a different type of financing if it is necessary. So we don't want you to like not have the ability to own a home based on your financing. That's crazy. Everybody should be able to have the American dream of owning your home. That's what's so great, is you actually get to own your own home here. That's so cool. There are so many countries in the world you cannot own your own home. It's huge. It is a huge right that we have. So it's really nice to be able to take advantage of that and to actually do that. And it's really nice that there are programs in place. But if those programs are broken or not functioning correctly with the market the way it is, and are a year out of date, that's a problem. Something's broken. So anyway, that's my 2 cents. I will get off of my soapbox because y'all don't want to hear me up on the soapbox. I will definitely keep it more to the positive. Don't worry. I do have huge, exciting news. Huge. So the mayor of Ocala, after a few conversations, he has actually decided to go ahead and do a video with me. So you guys are going to have the very special privilege of meeting and getting to, you know, chit chat with the mayor of Ocala. So kind of, okay, I'm really excited. So that is huge. He's really busy, and I think it's really awesome that he's going to do that. But he really likes how our channel is, you know, positive and talking about Ocala and talking about the growth we have here. And I did say I wanted to talk to him about the crime rates, because that's not something I really can talk about, but he was more than happy to put that down in the video. So we're kind of excited. You should have that hopefully by Friday, hopefully, maybe. Yeah, you guys will actually get to hear from Mayor Gwen. So really excited. Finally, yay. Okay, so excited about that. All right, I will talk to you guys later. Thanks so much for watching, and feel free to subscribe to my channel so you can see all of the new content that comes available. We try to keep the videos rolling and keep coming out with more and more content. I encourage all of my agents to go ahead and put up videos. So if you see videos with other people on the channel, it's because they actually are with Great Expectations Realty, and they are just trying to share as much as they can with you guys as well. So, you know, cheer them on. All right, y'all have a great one. Bye.